What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player in the game of Risk Global Domination. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube, and I stream on Twitch almost as often. You can check my page for the upcoming schedule. Wow, my camera is fucked today. I believe we have only begun to scratch the surface at the potential for the game of Risk. If you would like to help me on my quest to make this game fulfill its destiny, there's a couple ways you can support me. You can join my Patreon, you can join my Discord, get notifications for when I go live on Twitch, and catch the next stream. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me. For today's episode, we're doing Risk Legends Round 1 practice. They said it could never be done. Pete playing Progressive Capitals on stream, and yet here we are. I figure it might allow a nice little bit of time to spend to do the Q&A. So, settle in, guys. We're playing Progressive Capitals with some Grandmasters. In the first position, we have Finley, Pope 27, friend of mine, top 10 Grandmaster, all-around excellent dude, flying the flag Colombia, rank 22. On the world leaderboard, Finley has 863 hours on this account, with 330 wins and 141 losses. In position 2, we have Miss Innocent Kitten, flying the flag of Greenland. Kitty is a top 100 Grandmaster, and one of the most talented women to ever grace the Risk board, currently ranked as Grandmaster 1237, with 440 hours played, 1028 wins, and 330 losses. In position 3 was Sydni to Balsac, flying the flag of Canada. Sydni is a master, ranked 17,158, with 36 hours in the game, becoming a master with 36 hours. What a hot shot indeed. In position 4, we have Risky Phil YouTube. Risky Phil is ranked 2 on the world leaderboard. Phil is a great friend of mine. If you don't follow him on YouTube and Twitch, I will link Phil's work. I think he is underrated. Go give him a follow, please. I know he'd love to have you. In position 5, we have Tom, and Tom is flying the flag Canada. Tom is a beginner, ranked 489,822, with 15 hours played and 10 wins and 28 losses. Oh, sorry, I showed the wrong stats. Finley's ranked stats are these: 318 to 911, and this is what Phil's record looks like, just in case. 1741 to 114. Okay, guys, sub to Phil, indeed, sub to Phil. What did I just, did I just miss a raid? Did I just miss a donate? The donates don't show up. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate you all helping me out so much. In the last position is myself. This is the main Pete account, currently ranked 35 on the world leaderboard. I've done all sorts of things currently in the finals of the Risk World Championships. I'm defending my title. Everyone come on down. Sunday, 4 p.m. my time, 20 UTC. The old Peteman is playing in the finals. Okay. Yeah. Come on. I don't think Kitty likes my placement. I don't think she likes it. I should probably ally up with these people. No, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it, guys. She doesn't like. Everyone else likes it, though. All right. Pete sings karaoke. You want me to do Smooth Criminal? Lol. I don't know if we're doing Michael Jackson. But that would be hilarious. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you, Sparkles Lee, for the raid. I appreciate it. I didn't shout you out, so thank you. My first heart from Pete. I'm smitten. There we are. There's only love to spread around. So, settings for round 1 of Risk Legends. You can also still sign up for this tournament. Sign-ups will be open until Sunday, so I'm going to shout it out right after my tournament finals. It is a free-for-all tournament. It is open to all. Settings for round 1, we're doing Progressive Capitals, manual setup, on Reverse World, 60-second expert, progressive cards, balance blitz dice, with alliances on, blizzards are on, fog is off. For this game. Alrighty. Hey, thank you, Taco. Thank you for the gift. So thank you. I love my dog 900. Thank you for the reamer. You guys, you bless me. I am so, so grateful for all the support. Great. Finley snags a bonus. You can't deprive the people of what they want, Peter. They want to hear those magical vocal cords. Crush that song. It's going to be a long time before I get to a karaoke redeem. Just fair warning. This is an entire Progressive Capitals game that we are settling in for. So it might take a little bit of time. Pete, you stink. Kitty! What? What did I do? I thought we were friends, and then you blocked me inside my bonus. Smelly. Oh, no. I'm smelly. You redeemed a question. Cardinal Copia redeemed Smooth Criminal. Okay, Strider would like to know, what made you start playing on Twitch and YouTube? Okay. It was a whim. I started playing on Twitch and YouTube because I realized I was reasonably good at the game. So the question was, well, how good? And then I basically was meditating on my balcony, and the thought occurred to me. It's like, well, okay, how can we improve? How can we determine just how good apart from a tournament result? So I started recording myself in August of that year, and then I came on to the main Risk Discord in January, which is where I placed second in my first tournament. And then, yeah, I guess the conclusion was, I guess I'm not all that terrible at Risk. LeBrick says, I'm mad. It's mad that I played with friends a year ago, watched a couple videos, and then a year later, you're on the YouTube homepage. Algorithms scary. I'm very blessed. What can I tell you guys? I can't say much other than that. I'm just very, very blessed. So he's pretty terrible and stinky. Why are you shitting on me? What the fuck? So I get blocked from a bonus on the start. Everyone else has one. And I'm stinky. Well, you got one. I don't. So you win. What are you complaining about? Yeah, she's angry, but like, bitch me out. Finley's going to get a fucking third. And thank you. I love my dog. Thank you. Thank you. Just waiting for the manual selection to be over, and we can move into some of the Q&A type questions. Pete Spud needs you. I'm not going back into that VC. No way, no how. I need TOS violations on my fucking YouTube videos like a hole in the head. Thank you very much. You chose caps in the same bonus as kittens. You have a bonus. I do not. What are you complaining about? If that's not good enough for you, then I can't help you. Pete, #1 fan. This is also Finley, by the by. Pete, can you reenact the scream? Like that? Now I had to run and pick something else. Well, and you got it. I didn't. So, again, don't bitch to me. Fucking Orange with the Indian Ocean and Finley with his 2. They both have +7s. I'm not touching you, Phil. Don't worry. Why would I touch you? Okay, so we've run through the manual placement now. Takes about 10 minutes. That mouth opens pretty wide. Are you insinuating that I'm going to put something in it? If I was a new player, convince me why I should play Risk. Okay. As opposed to what everything else you could do with your time? Where's the fun of Risk in it for me? I like the strategy. I like the friends I've made. I like the growth potential. I think Risk is a lot deeper of a game than people realize. A lot of people have stereotypes about Risk being simplistic or overly simplistic or XYZ, and I just think that those stereotypes are mostly unfounded. The community is great. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to meet very interesting people. And yeah, such wholesome, except for you, giving me a hard time. Unless you get suicided into. All right. We're almost done the manual selection part of the ladies love risk takers. That remains to be seen. How do you know where to pick territory? So the idea right now that we're trying to do is everyone's going for a bonus, and then you see where all these stacks are. These are where the caps are likely going to be. So likely Finley's cap's going to be here. Kitty's cap's going to be here. Yellow, sorry, I forgot your name. Tom. Tom is going to be here. Phil's going to be here. And Sydney. Is this you, Digitalic? Going to be there. And I'm obviously capping here. So with the manual selection, you're going to want to hold a bonus. You see I didn't get any. Finley got 2 worth plus 7. Kitty got 1 worth plus 4. Plus 5. Plus 4 plus 7. So I am one of the have-nots in the early game. So either I get eaten by everybody before the trades become valuable enough to start putting a ton of troops on your cap, which would be merciful, which means I wouldn't have to play this game. If I just get ganged up by everyone and everyone eats me, then I wouldn't have to play this game for very long at all. But the thing that could happen is you could end up in a stalemate. Now we'll see. I was in a game and kept breaking someone who held 2 continents. Nobody else would, and obviously got suicide into. Was this a mistake? Without knowing the settings in the map, I can't tell you. And the circumstance, I can't tell you if it was a mistake or not. I've played Caps 3 times. Be nice. Just kidding. Kill me. I do the same thing. Just kidding. Kill me. You should definitely kill me too. Oh, yeah. But this is the thing when you have so many great players in the same game, right? Everyone's a threat. All right. Finley starting with 12 is extremely scary. It's going to put enough troops behind me to make me never want to break him. And he's going to immediately ruin my game. All right. Kitty gets 10, so it's the same story. I'm totally dead as of the first turn. If I can survive to the stabilization point in this game, I would give myself less than 5% odds. Hey, thank you, Longshot. Thank you. I love my dog for the subs, guys. I appreciate it. To be fair, it is the kill piece strategy. Yeah, fair enough. Do what you must. Is there anything you could have done differently to prevent this situation from occurring? I could have filtered the players in this game to be a more representative sample of the practice you would face in round one. So I would have maybe one GM at most, right? Not all, pretty much all GMs. Who know me. Million V asked a question. Oh, there's no way I can scroll up and find it. Sorry. trying to play a game. If you guys want to ask questions, the way to do it is on the Discord, right? Because those won't get deleted. If you ask Q&A questions in the thread on the Discord, then I will read them in order. If you ask them here, they will get pushed up and up and up. Okay, somehow I have a start. Okay, so now I have a +7 that nobody's going to let me hold. So I'm equal to Finley, but I'm down a turn. So to see Pete on Jeopardy. Dude, I would love it. I would love it if I made it on. You know that. All right, let's start with the Q&A. So we're going to start with Finley knocks white out of the middle, so white has to hit me or Phil. All right. We are starting the Q&A. Okay. Priority Q&A for the boosters. We're starting with Platon. Pete, I've heard you always wanted a better ranking system to Risk. Can you describe what type of rank system you mean? Like a completely new system or small changes to the current one will make it more balanced? Okay. This would be an opportune time to link my Top Players Discuss the Ranking System video and the Fix the Ranking System video. Me personally, I don't give a shit about 1v1s, but a lot of people do, so I don't want to drop their ice cream cone on the floor. But what I will say is a ranking system for Risk should reflect player intuition about what they would expect a ranking system for Risk to look like. So with that in mind, free for all, right? Somebody who would be good at classic, maybe classic fix, maybe classic progressive, maybe both. That sort of thing. The idea of trying to adapt ELO to a free-for-all game is somewhere between an obvious fallacy and just a failed experiment. What are 1v1s, Pete? Please teach me. Oh, I'll teach you. I'll teach you. Good. There, kitty. All right, Truth Powers would like to know, when are you going to ban Drew? Can't happen soon enough, can it? Theon would like to know, what's your favorite childhood memory? Ooh, I have a lot of favorite memories. There needs to be a better trigger than that, though. Here's one that comes to mind. So I had a great childhood. I had a very safe and stable life. I love my family. So I can say something like my favorite childhood memory, what came to mind when that just popped into my head was we would drive to Ocean City, Maryland in the summers, And my dad would rent us a condo on the beach for a couple weeks. And I remember one year there was a pinball table in the basement of this condo building. And I loved the pinball table. I loved the aesthetic of being in an arcade. I love being on vacation. I love being with my family. I love being on the beach. All of that. So that's a favorite. It's not my favorite memory, but it's a favorite memory, and that's the one that came up. So I'll share it. And great question, Fionn. I love that. That's beautiful. Okay. Percival would like to know, if you could speak a language that you don't already, what one would it be? Multiple languages are accepted. Obviously, white gives me a card, right? White would like to take that bonus. That doesn't make any sense. Because then he's going to abut me, and then he's going to have no more cards to take. So he's going to want to take cards in my bonus. Which obviously means I lose, right? So then the question is, do you preemptive strike? Am I willing to try and push through an 11 to hit here and then break their bonus? But then we're at war. So the white is basically presenting me with a no-win scenario, right? If they keep pushing the 11 here and say I want that, then they also now have run out of cards again. They start having to hit me. So all of that is inevitable, right? The fact that he isn't backing off there tells me everything I need to know about this circumstance. So how hard am I willing to play to prevent this inevitable war from occurring? So this is my attempt at a solution, right? I say you'll open this and then we trade here. Or else we just kill each other. Either way. If I could speak a language I don't already know, I would want to speak Mandarin Chinese because it is spoken by the most people. I also think Chinese would be an interesting language to learn because of how different it is to English. So I don't know this for a fact because I'm not bilingual, but I just have a theory that the way you think is heavily influenced by the language you use. So the thought there would be perhaps the more alien a language could be, the more unique the perspective on the thought would be. There you are. Platon would also like to follow up on Truth's question. Says, if you had a chance to not ban Drew, would you not ban Drew? What? If you had the chance to not ban Drew, would you ban Drew? I would never ban Drew. He is a gentleman. Okay, Tom Higgins would like to know, which governing system do you think is best? Also, if you don't necessarily like or agree with a system and could make a system, what would it be like? So I am a fan of system design. I'm a fan of distributed decision making. I think it is very important that we transcend the kleptocracies that we currently live in, where only the very, very few of us get to soak up almost all the benefit. Right? I think something more equitable could be discussed and iterated on by committee or however, right? My idea of the cell phone party. Let's elect a representative, and at least, if we can't have referenda on all things, at least have a subset of the population actually be enfranchised. I know it might sound a little utopic to people, but I'm not talking about utopia. I'm talking about a functional system that we can iterate to in today's world. And I didn't ban you in Discord, Drew. I muted you for a day because you were impersonating me, and other people got banned for impersonating me, so you probably shouldn't do that. Okay, that is the end of the priority Q&A. I'm just going to get a refill, and then I'm going to do the regular Q&A. So if you guys have questions, throw them in here, and we will get to them before too long. I'm going to try and do this regularly. I didn't do it on Monday, so we're doing it Tuesday night. Okay, so where were we? I think it was XC Dude was the last guy who asked. Okay. BRB. Phil also has 69 troops. Now we know that Reginald Gage is the classic fix specialist. We have a rare sighting of the Yerald boy who was sleeping. And Yerald just told me that he likes progressive capitals, which was news to me. But he says, I should get to work card blocking Finley Pope 27? Really? Really, you think? I don't know, Jerry. That might not be the smartest move. Are you sure? I did wake him. He was snoozing. Hi, Gerald. That's why he's being such a good boy and sitting with me. Hey, Shmoo2000 is here. Thank you, Shmoo, for the sub. And thank you, Overrated. Thank you, guys. Oh, Jerry. You sure you don't have any more advanced progressive capital strategies to offer? He says, no, fuck you. Ha ha ha. Okay, we'll see you later. The snuggle struggle. It is. It's a thing. Bring in the classic fixed expert. All right. Flacknack would like to know. Hi, Pete. iPhone or Android, and why? I am an Android person. I started out as an iPhone person. And I switched permanently because my position was it shouldn't take an hour and a half to put a song on my phone, which already dates me. But here's the thing. If I have to connect my phone and then update the iTunes software and then update the fucking phone software and then put the song on my phone and then sync the phone, and at every step of the process I have to look it up because it doesn't work and I have to feel like an idiot, I can just plug my phone in and I can take data on and take data off, and I don't need software updates, and fuck all that stupid shit. That is why I will not go back to Apple products. Thank you for the question. 4LK would like to know, what are 3 features / mechanics that are currently in the Risk game would you enhance / deactivate if you were to be the one to decide? Obviously, little things like having the dice toggle default to Blitz, having the slider default back to full, simple things like that. Excuse me. I think there should be no difference in speed between platforms. So I think one of the most important things to do would be to remove the artificial speed limiter on both platforms and let us move as quickly as we can think. What else? I obviously wouldn't start new players at a speed handicap with some stupid animations that make no sense. That's really, really dumb and really, really short-sighted. And it shocks me that those camera animations still exist as a default. Let players opt into them if they want them. But wow, what a tone-deaf move to have your new players start out at a strategic handicap. Woo! So I would definitely kill that. If I was the one to decide, what else would I do? Obviously more modes, right? The one thing that I would do is I would talk to the community and I would say, hey guys, you seem really talented. Perhaps you can offer us, I would let the community work for free. Offer us some thoughts, you know? Okay. Robe001 would like to know, Pete, I'm only here temporarily, but I'm pretty sure your community would appreciate if you answer this question. What is your opinion on pride? And if you want to be more specific, is pride a bad thing or a good thing? Note, I do not think it's a bad thing if you put it on you're proud of being wise or being a kinder person. Although it seems contradicting, I do pride myself in that kind of thing. I don't think this conversation can get heated or out of hand, so that's why I want to ask the question. Oh, nothing gets heated with me. I want people to feel free to ask me any questions. It's a pretty simple question that you can get a lot of conversation out of. What do I think about pride? Well, pride is historically thought of as a vice. Pride was a deadly sin, remember? So I think what you are proud of matters a ton. A lot of people act as if they are proud of things that they had no bearing on in creating, which is interesting to me. Like patriotism, like nationalism, for example. If I were to say I was proud of being a Canadian, that would be nonsense, because what on earth have I done to cause that to occur? Nothing. So the things that I tend to be proud of, if anything, in my life, and I try to mitigate pride, because pride is an extension of your ego, and I try to keep my ego in check as much as possible, because as you guys may or may know from listening to me over the years, I have a tendency to be a bit of an egomaniac. So the things that I am proud of should be accomplishments. That's how I think about it, right? If you are proud of your identity, you didn't create your identity. So that's absurd, right? You can't be proud of something you were given, because something given to you has no value. You can be proud of something you earned or built or created. There, that's my opinion. Okay. All right, where were we? Platon would like to know, how can one beat newer players in the beginner to expert level games more easily? I myself seem to be losing a lot due to dumb people who are stupid and idiotic. There is no answer to this question that will satisfy you. You guys will keep asking this question, and you will keep being dissatisfied with the outcome. When a player does something dumb that ruins your game and ruins theirs, how do you play around it? Well, don't get into the game with them. Try to avoid them. Try to pick out who's going to do the dumb shit before they do it. I get this question a lot, and you guys have to remember, it's a free-for-all game, so people are going to make mistakes, and people are going to make all sorts of mistakes in all sorts of ways, and the level of mistakes never ends. Even top players make mistakes, right? Look at UTG last season in the finals. Look at Pierre Stonefield, right? Coming to 69 territories but not getting the 70, or choosing to kill Omakoki and fail rather than choosing to kill me. All of these things are mistakes, right? Or me, right? Maybe taking too big of a risk hitting JJ out of his position. All of these things can be thought of as a mistake or as the correct thing, depending on the outcome. So the proof is in the pudding with free-for-all. And you really have to look at the circumstance and say, did I cause this final outcome to occur? How much of it is luck? How much of it is skill? How much of it is this stupid idiot did something stupid? And you just have to kind of accept that that's integral to the game. People are going to do that shit again and again and again. So once you see the pattern behind it, you'll have a better sense of predicting it, but you'll never be able to eliminate it completely. Okay. Where are we at in this game? There we are. Okay, Frost Josh would like to know, around what rank do you get Grandmaster? We get this question a lot, guys. Grandmaster is pegged to 2.6 million skill points. How do you check your skill points, you might ask? Well, here we go. I'm just going to put this on the monitor for a second so you'll see what I'm doing. This is the leaderboard for Risk. And as you can see, this is my alt account in 3rd place. This is the account we're currently playing at rank 35. So if you click on it, you can see I have 5.9 million skill points. And if you click your Play with Friends ID, you copy it into this URL, www.hasbrorisk.com/en/player/ and then your Play with Friends ID, you'll bring up your own page, which will give you a bunch of detailed stats. 2.6 million skill points is Grandmaster. The number of players at that threshold varies. Okay? So right now, it's in the 5,000. Somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000, probably closer to 6,000 GMs at the moment. But it is not a player threshold. It is a skill point threshold. Okay? Okay. Sambino says, yeah, I'm 5,500 and GM right now. All of the data. So Lieutenant Commander data, in fact. That was a Star Trek joke. All right, guys. We click back to... And all of the rank thresholds are at that, right? All of the rank thresholds are pinned to skill point thresholds, not relative ranks. Okay. Moving on to Nibbitch. What do you think about encouraging people to do 150 minutes of sport every week? Paying them if they do. Give them a fine if they don't. I'm torn about that idea because if you live in a country with socialized medicine, there is a financial incentive to keep your society healthy. But forcing people to do things is never a good thing. So I don't necessarily like the idea of the fine. I would go with maybe the positive incentive, paying people some premium to do the exercise, but I wouldn't go with the negative incentive. I wouldn't punish people for not, essentially. Like, be free to be the fattest, laziest slob you want to be, right? Just you don't get the little bonus. I don't know, man. But other than that, no, I think it's not a bad idea. Encouraging your society to be active has all sorts of health benefits. I wouldn't say sports specifically, but some amount of activity, right? Raising your heart rate for 20 minutes at a time, at least 3 times a week, is a key part for your cardiovascular health. And obviously, if we're going to be doing this, we wouldn't be allowing things like cigarettes, and probably we would want to moderate alcohol as well, and diet, and blah, blah, blah. You can get quite granular if you go insane about your health. Okay. Nathan would like to ask, would you agree that pop music is mind control? I thought about this for a while. This is an interesting question. I think pop music is mind control in as much as just about anything else is mind control, right? All media is mind control. You guys think I'm good at Risk. I have you fooled. You see things like that. Like, I'm making a TV show. I control messaging. I can enhance ideas and I can mitigate other ideas. I can make myself seem like an angry child or a fool or one of the best Risk players in the world, or XYZ other things, right? I'm in control of a lot. So is pop music mind control? Well, I think the reason pop music is successful is because it's musical junk food, right? It hits the notes in your brain. That was a pun. Pop music satisfies the lowest common denominator, that whatever it is in us that finds listening to music satisfying. That's why it's popular. Something being pop, right, is self-referential that way. But is it mind control? I mean, all media is mind control. Be very, very careful about what you expose yourself to and how much you expose yourself to. This is why I will never be on Twitter. Even though Drew keeps telling me, well, it would be good, if you want to attract sponsors, XYZ move. I think Twitter is just the worst thing people could do to their brains, right? If you were trying to engineer a structure to make people angry, reactive, and dumber, right? You would use Twitter. You would limit the amount of characters. You would limit your ability to have a nuanced thought. Twitter is a cesspool. Yeah, exactly. I love that musical junk food. Yeah, man. I really think that pop music isn't pop music follows musical theory, right? It is a long tradition of music to satisfy the human brain's desire for pattern recognition and completion, right? And if you're looking for something a bit more avant-garde, you can listen to jazz, you can listen to Frank Zappa, or you could, right? Or prog rock, or Tuvan throat singing, or whatever tickles you musically, right? There's a ton of variety in music if you really want to get right down to it. But just to put a final point to the question, because I think it's a brilliant question, and thank you, Nathan, for asking it. All media is mind control. Be careful what you expose yourself to. But I don't denigrate people for enjoying Carly Rae Jepsen or whatnot, right? Oh, we're trying to card block Phil, are we? Would you look at that? Okay. Berserker would like to know: whiskey, brandy, rum, gin, vodka, tequila, or liquor? Favorite mixed drink? What liquor? Those are all liquors. I'm a rum drinker, guys. So I enjoy vodka energy drinks. I'll drink a Caesar. I'll drink a martini. So I like vodka. But my drink of choice is rum drinks. I like sugar. So I was drinking rum and Cokes, rum and mango juice, what else? Currently rum and Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet Coke. Still the energy drinks. That's my thing. And then I like beer, but beer now has to be more of a time and a place. I can't get drunk off beer anymore, basically. I can drink a little bit of it. Like I cellar beer. There's certain types of beer that you can age. Kind of like wine. They get more mellow and they actually get higher alcohol. Any type of beer that's high alcohol and bottle fermented. That means there's yeast in the bottle that keeps continually converting the sugar into more alcohol. My sister is a chef and she worked at a beer restaurant, so she got me into this hobby many, many years ago, and now I have a beer cellar that has some pretty cool bottles in there. But yeah, that's more of an experience as much as I'm not going to just drink a bunch of beer to get drunk. If I'm going to get drunk, I'm going to fucking be more efficient, and I drink like triples or quadruples, right? I like a strong rum drink. There you go. Great question. Free True Christ would like to know, where can I find the signups for the new tournament? Well, how could we ask for a better segue than that? All right, just give me a minute, guys. This is the sign-up link to the Risk Legends tournament. I'm putting it in the Twitch chat. And this is the invite to the Potato Paradise server. I don't have it. Damn it, Spud. Why can't I invite people? Okay, I now have to look through Spud's DMs to find that invite link. There it is. Okay, here's how you join his server. Signups will be open for Risk Legends until Sunday. This is round 1. It is open enrollment. Anyone can join. You don't have to be a Grandmaster. All games will be played in VC if you'd like. All games are open to collaboration as long as that collaboration takes place in public. And you're playing for real American dollars. So get your butts in the seats. Come play with us. Practice with us. Make some friends. And we'd love to have you. And I know Spud would love to have you. So there you go, guys. Join the Risk Legends tournament. Signups are open. And thank you for asking, Free True Christ. Okay. Next up, we have Daddy Tom. Daddy Tom would like to know, Pete, what are your thoughts on nihilism? I have a few. Do you think it can be a positive outlook or highly pessimistic? I think nihilism is bullshit. I think nihilism is absolutely, positively, 100% smelly bullshit, and you're lying to yourself if you think anything else. Nihilists pretend like they believe in nothing, but they do not act like they believe in nothing, do they? Nihilism is logically impossible. As a living being, you are attracted to things and repulsed from other things. If you wake up in the morning and you don't lay there in bed waiting to die, you are not a nihilist. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to everybody else. Shut the fuck up. There's no such thing as nihilism. That's bullshit. There we go. That actually didn't take very long. I believe in nothing. That is something. Thank you, Digitalic. Exactly. It doesn't make any fucking sense. The whole position is a logical fallacy. I can't believe people waste their breath on this. It's not a highly pessimistic outlook. It's not a positive outlook. It is a logical fallacy. It is a non-outlook. Come on, guys. Wake the fuck up. I don't get how people could talk about this. I can't wait for these comments, too. This is going to be really fun. All right. Kin would like to know, Kin Chin, is the square root of -1 a real number? Would you guys believe if I told you that I don't have the foggiest clue what a square root is? I think this is a math joke, though. What is the square root of -1? Someone in the chat. But what if I want to sound edgy? Exactly. It's for people who want to sound edgy. Three squared is 9. The square root of 9 is... Oh, sorry, Dub. That wasn't me asking you to teach me what it is, because I don't pretend to be able to learn either. We want a little stretch redeem in the middle of the game? Drufus. Let's see if I can even do that. So, where would the push-up cam go? If there were to be a push-up cam, where would it go? It would go in the middle. Sure. Stretch redeem? Yeah, Twitch. The perfect place to learn math. Alright, that's fine. We can stretch a little bit. In between turns, this is nice, guys. This is nice. Just hanging out with you. Maybe I'll do, when I play Risk Legends, I'll have to do it live. That will help break the tedium. Of taking a card and passing. Okay, hot garbage! I always love your name, sir. Thank you for the sub. It is indeed a steaming pile of hot garbage, much like nihilistic philosophy, am I right? Okay. Finley, Pope 27 is sick of everybody's shit. And I don't blame him. Okay. Our next question is from Scott Colliver, and Scott would like to know, how do you determine when it is a good idea to take a bonus in a progressive game? Great question. There's a couple of things we can use as heuristics to figure out whether it's a good idea to take a bonus in progressive. One of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to guess whether or not other people are going to take bonuses. This is the most important thing to figure out. When is it correct to take a bonus in progressive? When other people are going to hold bonuses in progressive too. You don't want to be the only one not holding the bag with the little fucking extra zets. At the same time, if you're going to if you're going to take a bonus that you're not going to hold, you never take it. Okay, Kitty breaks Finley and reconstitutes her borders. Sorry, I actually have to think for a minute. Okay. The same thing is true in progressive. So the larger the map is, the more you can get value out of holding a bunch of territory without actually taking the bonuses. This was always my trick on some of the older maps that were big, is I would take a large swath of land, I'd be getting 15, I'd be getting 18, I'd be getting 21, right? 5, 6, 7 extra troops a turn without holding a bonus, so you never incentivize your opponents to come at you. And when and if you do, you see that, so that telegraphs their intentions. Okay. More recently, we've seen maps come out where the bonuses matter. So SMG's been doing a great job of... Ooh, Kitty's going to lose 100 troops. Oh, no. Okay, Finley kills yellow. Good kill, good kill. Thank you, Dubslow. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Taco Nexus, for the gift sub. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, what's going to happen now? This is good for Kitty. Kitty gets a second cap for free. Or she kills Finley. I think she can kill Finley. Maybe not. Okay, Kitty gets a second cap. Let's see if Phil goes for it. Phil says good game. Phil says good game. Looks like he's taking out Finley Pope 27. All right. GG, Finn. All right. The dominoes are starting to fall now. We're in a 4-player scenario. Me knowing what I know, Philly's going to equalize. Yeah. Okay, a bit more on his OG cap, sure. Oh, you have 2 bonuses. Don't be pissy. You have 2 way better bonuses than me, dude. I want +7. You have +9. Back the fuck off. I love how Kitty always likes to make me out to be the bad guy. I want a 3rd bonus, she says. I want a 3rd bonus. I'm sorry, but I need to attack your territory. I love it. I love it. Just let me fucking have an extra bonus. Jesus Christ. I'm in a single fucking bonus all game. Horse shit. Phil's doing good putting in 16 a turn. All right. Did we get to the end of the when to take a bonus question? The short answer is, when do you take a bonus? When you can get away with it. And you can get away with it a lot more now because some idiot went around teaching people good neighbor theory. So the meta has shifted, and it will be interesting to see what becomes of it. Moving along. NB Vonnie would like to know, is it just a hangover from tabletop days that you always say you don't have any cards to start with? Or is that a feature that was removed from the video game version? I mean, there's been a ton of different versions of Risk and Tabletop. When I play Tabletop Risk, I play Progressive, and I never start with cards. So I don't know which rules you're using, but these are not the rules that I started with. Cruzy11 would like to know, Pete, when was the last time you played the board game version of Risk? What was the outcome? Did they kill Pete? Yes, they did. This was actually discussed with KITTEN in his interview show, his second interview show that I released 2 days ago. And KITTEN was there. So it was last winter. And a friend of mine basically suicided into him on the first turn. So it started out as an 8-player game and quickly became a 6-player game. And yes, they killed Pete. So yeah, I've been trying to put these Risk games together, but events have happened in my life recently that have made it a bit more chaotic. Some for better, some for worse, as is the story. Okay. Razor Dog would like to know, Pete, I've wanted to ask you this, but I've never had a good opportunity. Given what's been happening in our crazy world, I thought now would be the perfect time for you to shed some inspiration on this. This is a very sensitive topic for me. I trust that you will take this seriously. Given 5 consecutive flips of a coin, what is the probability of getting 2 heads in a row, followed by 3 consecutive tails? Why would I care, man? I don't know. I don't know these sorts of things. Are these interesting to people? Like, are you math nerds? tickled by these sorts of questions. Stats math sucks. Worst math questions. Razor Dog is in the chat and he's laughing. I'm glad you heard my answer to your question. I don't know. Am I missing a joke there? Or Phil says 3.125. It's 1 in 32. Amazing. We have an answer. And it's 1 in 32. There we are, sir. Okay. Brad on Risk would like to know, Pete, where do you see the human population as a whole 1,000 years from now? It's crazy how fast we make technological advancements. Think of the early 1900s to today. Now I imagine 10 of those time periods put together with technology advancing just as fast, if not faster. Very curious on my thoughts. Okay. What I think happens is something similar to the singularity. So if you guys are familiar with the work of Ray Kurzweil, the singularity is near. He talks about a synthesis or a joining of artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, and nanotechnology into a singularity, a point past which we cannot see and past which we cannot really predict. And I think this happens way sooner than 1,000 years. So short answer to your first question, I don't think the human population as a whole exists 1,000 years from now at all. I think what we evolve into exists. I don't think we die. I think we change drastically, though, in that period of time. Our physical form is about to be transcended in a couple of generations. I think some humans alive today may live to be 200, 250, maybe 1,000 years old. I figure at some point our technology gets advanced enough that the algorithm, the software that your mind is measurable, is mappable, and gets downloaded into a computer program, matrix, virtual world, however you want to think about it. And at a sufficiently advanced enough level of technology, that program can be reconstituted into reality, but I don't think we would really care to do that very much, because I think the virtual, digital, human hive mind, AI hive mind that we become would be a far more interesting world to live in. So that's the way I think about it. I think we completely transcend our physical form and evolve into a more and more merging with our technology. Right? People tend to think of our technology as not natural. My understanding of what humans are as an organism is, think of an organism, think of what an ecological niche is in biology. So a bat hunts night-flying insects. Whales eat krill. That's their niche. That's what they've evolved, the location in the ecology that they've evolved to feed off of. Our ecological niche as humans is mind. So we invent things that don't exist from ideas in our mind first, and we mold our entire environment to suit us. So human beings like to think of natural versus technological as some sort of dichotomy where it isn't. Everything we've invented is natural. This microphone is a piece of nature because we built it. It came out of this first. So by virtue of that logic, everything we will invent is still natural. So look, I live in Canada, right? I'm wearing a shirt. If I wasn't wearing a shirt and living in a warm house, I'd be freezing to death right now. So we are already cyborgs, right? I have contact lenses in my eye that allow me to see. We're already at a point where we're using our technology to transcend our physical limitations, and that's just going to happen more and more and more until I would suggest we completely transcend it. And I'm glad that we have, very, very smart people like my other sister, who is a biomedical and research engineer and professor. Her PhD was in heart valve replacement tissue engineering. So the heart valve is different than the heart muscle. and you can grow this artificial heart valve tissue, and this is what she got her doctorate studying. So there are very, very smart people working today to extend the length and the quality of your life. And it doesn't seem all that far-fetched or science fiction to presume that that technology will continue to improve. Okay, there's my answer. Mitch Kahn would like to know. Hello, Pete. Apologies if it's being answered already. No worries, sir. That's what the Q&A is for. You've previously mentioned that you studied philosophy as part of your education. Would you be interested in sharing more about the experience? Sure, I'd love to. How long did you study for? Where did you study? And what were your thoughts of the experience, etc.? All right, so I finished high school, and the circumstances of my high school were almost everybody went to university. So I grew up in a fairly well-off neighborhood, and the vast, vast, vast majority of my high school class went to university. So it was kind of a foregone conclusion that I was going to as well. I got accepted to U of T. I got accepted to York. I didn't look to leave the city because I couldn't afford to leave the city. And I'm glad I chose to do that because I'm glad I chose to do that because I was able to save enough money working to not ever have to go into debt. And that was helpful to start my business. That was helpful to buy my home. So the trickle-down effects of being able to work and pay off my university helped mitigate the fact that my degree is bullshit and didn't help me in my career at all. Other than the fact that you were all watching and listening to me talk about philosophy, but I digress. I went to U of T downtown for 2 years. I was studying to get an honors bachelor in philosophy. I dropped out. I worked for a guy who was retrofitting businesses with energy efficient HVAC and lighting systems. And I really loved this business. So it was a compelling offer. And I hated going to U of T. I found the environment awful. I found commuting awful. It was very depressing. It was like it was just a bummer. And I was not at a great time in my life, and I chose not to continue that. So when I decided to start my own company again, I finished my bachelor in philosophy at York. So I have a 3-year bachelor, and they gave me a bunch of extra credit. So because I was downgrading the degree, so I just took a bunch more philosophy courses because I love philosophy. But I don't love how academic philosophy is taught. Because I feel like there is an overemphasis paid to who said what when, and I'm much more interested in what is the idea how can we work to put that idea into practice, right? Sorry, guys. Yeah, I find the way academic philosophy is taught annoying. It's a lot of blowhards talking past each other and using unnecessarily large and complicated words and saying nothing, which is why you guys see this is actually a great segue to something I've been wanting to talk about. So I get a lot of YouTube comments, you might imagine. People tend to pick out a little snippet of something I might have said and they take it out of context, and I just generally feel I'm very misunderstood and I dislike it. So what I would like to get into is I would like to just set an expectation that if you would like to talk to me, my minimum standard is that you are succinct, that you are efficient, and that you are respectful. Assume that I have a lot to do with my time and I don't need to be listening. 2v1 time. I don't need to be listening to things that I've already heard. It's just a waste of my time. Please respect my time. If you want to engage with me, I want to engage with you. But please respect my time. Okay. Andy would like to know. The infuriating aspect of Risk for me is that you are often at the mercy of idiots. Just like in real life where you cannot choose parent, teachers, or government. How do you deal with it? I feel like we already got a variant of this question. How do you deal with it? You try and recognize the pattern. You try and predict it as best as you can. And ultimately, you'll only need to do so well at that. Because sometimes you'll fail. You just have to be stoic when it happens. Strider 656 would like to know, why is Pete the man? Ooh, the man. Well, thank you, sir. I am but a man, so I appreciate the compliment, of course. The Simple would like to know, sorry if this is rude, but kind of how much do you make compared to minimum wage and other jobs? Oh, I do quite well. I don't take it as rude. I do quite well. I'm extremely happy with how my professional life has progressed. I've always been able to make a living. At this point in my life, given that I'm going through a divorce, I am extremely motivated to make as much money as possible because I would really not like to have to move. So that's my current priority, is how do I make enough money to continue to live here so that I don't have to spend a ton of time moving all of my belongings, buying a new house, or moving to another country or whatever. I don't want to move right now. I might want to move at some point. I don't want to be forced to move. So my current financial situation basically hedges around that question. Okay, I think that's a fine answer though. I do fine. I'm pleased with my ability to figure out ways to gain advantage in a market. That's never been something I've had trouble with. The key piece I always say to people in business is say what you're going to do and then do it. And that will already put you in the top 10% of any business that exists. Cvex would like to know, can you sell us on life in Toronto during the winter? No, I would sell you on the opposite. Don't live here in the winter. It's awful. Don't live here. Leave Canada. Canada is a shitty, shitty country. It's getting less free. Fuck the winter. Right? On top of the fact that I freeze my balls off, I'm also concerned about having to leave my home at almost 40 years old because I'm not free. It's scary. There you go. Take that for what it is. The winter sucks, and I'm sick of it. You guys also have to bear in mind, right? I've lived here my entire life. So I grew up in Toronto. I still live in Toronto. It's tiresome. I'd be happy to experience something else, but I don't want to be forced to. That's the thing. I don't want to be forced to. I'm kind of at a place where stability is important first. Once I can reestablish stability, then I can worry about maybe not living here in the winter. So, sorry, I didn't sell you on what you were asking for. I sold you on the exact opposite, I suppose. All right, this is the last question of the Q&A. Millions would like to know, hey, Pete, if you were on death's row and the only way to get off of it was to play one game of Risk on any settings against the top 5 most skilled Risk players of all time, which settings would you be most confident on? I would want to play a progressive World Dom game with fog and blizzards. But the map would matter. If I could pick the map, it would have to be something where there was a lot of variance in bonuses, where you could see what was going on. Quite frankly, I think the younger scroll settings we played in the semis would be damn close to my perfect settings for the types of skills that I would want to leverage. Okay. Can I have my bonus back? I just want my bonus. I just want it. I just want it. Just give it to me. Just give me my bonus. Phil says, I honestly don't know how to get out of this. Yeah, of course. Of course they're stalemating. What did you think was going to happen? Stove specifically asked me not to... if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. So, I won't say anything. This is round 1, guys. Someone is going to do something. They're going to force the action. We're an hour and 18 minutes into the game. Grim Medic. Hey, Pete. I saw you on YouTube. Thank you for getting me back into playing Risk for many years. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you. Always nice to see more faces in the game. Maddie says, I won my stalemate game just now. It might take a few hours. Indeed, it might. So... Brad on Risk, I just finished a 4-hour game on these settings. Did you catch me answering your question about the human population, Brad? That was a great one. You got me on that fucking singularity rant. I did not. I will have to watch the video. Yes, sir. You asked a great question. I'm sad you missed it. That was one of my favorite answers. Oh, Phil's punishing Kitty. Phil's punishing Kitty. Mm-hmm. Phil likes that. Yes, sir, Mr. Finley. Evening, Pete. Evening, Alyssa the Lamb. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, folks. If you're new to the stream, we are currently playing the Risk Legends Round 1 settings. Progressive Capitals, you never thought you'd see the day. Pete playing Progressive Capitals on stream, but here we are. David Terra, let's go Pete for two-time Risk World Champ. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. I am competing on Sunday. Sunday, October 23rd in the finals. I have a 1 in 6 chance to defend. We'll see how it goes, right? Oh, snap. Yes, the game is able to be streamed for sure. Have you ever considered moving to America, or do you prefer Canada more? No, I mean, I'd probably want to move further afield. Get more out of your money that way. Hey, Bud Ward, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Phil wants me to hit him. Okay. That's fine. I can do that. Opinion on Monopoly? I can't. Ugh. No. So bad. I hate Monopoly. I think you'd like Florida. Yeah, I think I'd like Florida too. The least oppressive lockdowns, hot and humid. I would like Florida. My buddy B-Rad moved to Florida, so I even already have friends down there I could hang out with. Ever consider Texas? I've been to Texas once. I liked it. I would think about it. Yeah, I would think about it. Oh, you watched the KITTEN video, did ya? What did you think? We're two funny motherfuckers, aren't we? Didn't know you guys hang out IRL. Yeah, we became actual, factual friends. Through Risk, no less. How cool is that? Yeah, shit ass was the word that got auto-modded, yeah. I allowed it, though. Don't ask me how. I don't fucking set this up. Where is Reggie? I don't know, man. Let's see if I can find him. Reginald! Where's Reginald? Hi, Jerry. I think he's staying far away from you, D-Gens. Because he's a nice schmopus boy. Oops. The wrong number of troops there. And now I have to remember that my Blitz slider was on. Holy fucking shit! Thank you, Chad Carter, the man, the myth. There he is. There he is. There he is. Thanks, bro. Throwing up all those gift subs. You're a gentleman. Thank you. There's no point in me staying in a game when I'm card blocked. Oh, too bad, kitty. Couldn't have happened to a nicer gal. You can't call Reggie or that would be cheating. Hey, I did this one all on my own, guys. Which Canadian province is the best? Which is the worst? I've been to Ontario, Quebec. I've never been east of Quebec City. I missed Manitoba, and I've seen a bit of Saskatchewan, Alberta, British Columbia. So I've only seen 5 of the 10 provinces. So I do not have a representative sample of which is the best. Phil says, sorry, it's not personal. You had other avenues. You chose the one person helping you the entire game. Kitty's going to make you feel guilty. She's going to make you feel really guilty, Phil. How could you? So my slider's still on, yes? Yes. Don't feel guilty. She declared war. Exactly, Phil. You know how to read between the lines. You all should rock, paper, scissors for the win. Strange flying contraption. How many turns of mind-numbing hugger mugger is considered to be psychological warfare? You're gonna have to ask that one to Spud, sir. Of course, no one was doing a single thing. It's Caps. What do you expect to happen? Brad played 2 today. One was 3 hours. The other was 4. 7-hour shift to work, and you get 2 games in. Hope you learned something. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. This is the longest game you've ever seen. Oh, would you like me to link you some videos? I could link you some videos right now. So, Pete, did you lose a bet or something? Why am I playing Prog Caps? Because I am practicing for the Risk Legends tournament, of course. Hey, Severnaya? That's where the bunker is in Goldeneye. Pete is a GoldenEye fan. Of course I'm a, who isn't a GoldenEye fan? It was like the best fucking 64 game. I'm usually getting above the toilet, yeah. Oh, these aren't the final settings. These are round 1 settings. The final settings are Pangea Progressive. No, these are not the final settings, guys. This is round 1 of the Risk Legends tournament. Every weekend, I would play Goldeneye with my 4 BFFs from high school. Best times of my life. It was a good time. It was a very good time, too. I hear ya. Good old game of Risk. I remember an hour ago when Blue and Yellow were still on the board thinking I was going to fall asleep, but here we are. Oh, you should probably fall asleep because it's getting late. Pete, what am I doing with the slider every turn? Okay, so balance Blitz. In order for it to work the way it does, if I were to roll a 40, or rather a 400 into a 1, I can lose 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 troops. What I'm doing now is I'm only risking the minimum so that I don't lose more than maybe a single troop on the roll. It's just a weird idiosyncrasy that they never expected, the way Balance Blitz works with really large numbers. It's almost 1 a.m., not the late. Well, I mean, I am going to run out of steam too, so. I'm most certainly going to run out of steam at some point. Huh. But not yet. Hey, John. That's how he feels as me too. Dude, it's an hour later for me. It's an hour later for me. Just handing Phil your caps, huh? Okay. Ooh. Your game? All right, 3 players remain. Sets are at 260. The sound in game doesn't work. I think it's just quiet. I think it does work. I think it's just a bit quieter than you guys think it should be. Um, he was going to suicide into Phil. Yeah, yeah, I saw it coming too. That's why he hit you, eh? Mm. Thanks, Finn. I'll check it out after the game if the audio's fucked, but there's no way I can no way I can check it while I'm playing. Think White takes out Phil? I don't know, man. It's possible. He could get the bounty right now. I only have 1 bounty. He could kill Phil right now. Got enough troops. Ah, I see. Makes sense. Either card Phil takes on me, he opens me. This is the or closes his cap. Phil sets in. Thousand cap. Nice. Holy moly, did Pete actually agree to have a Prague cast game? Pigs have flown, gentlemen. Yes. Don't worry, guys. Looks like we're actually winding down now. White's opportunity to take the bounty on Phil is almost over. They could probably do it this turn if they move quickly. He decides to hollow out space behind me instead. Okay. Let's go! White is just handing you a second bounty for the love of God. White is my loyal ally, Kitty. Don't you know what that word means? Ally? Holy crap. Why do you always have to hit Pete? Such a hater. You're a simpy simp. Good game, Phil. Second and 2. What's that? 10, 16 points? I'll take it. I only lost 850 on a 790 cap. Wow. Reminder, folks, these are not the final settings. These are round 1 of the Risk Legends tournament. In order to get the bounty, you have to kill your opponent with the World Dom victory, not the Caps victory. If he finishes this game, he is short 3 points. Good game. He takes it. GG, man. Oh, I see. You give Pete a chance? All we are saying is give Pete a chance. Get first and 2 instead. I'm a sneaky motherfucker, guys. Woo! Got him! JJ! Ladies and gentlemen, never give Pete a chance. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you found some of it fun and entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative. If you are interested in signing up for the Risk Legends Tournament, Spud would love to have you. I would love to have you. I would love to compete with you. The tournament is open to all. It's going to be a hell of a good time. Real American dollars on the line for the top table. Compete with some of your friends. Sign up. I'm going to post the link in the notes for the show. If you would like to help me on my mission to grow Risk into the game I know and believe it can be, there's a couple ways you can support me. You can join my Discord, get notifications for when I go live on Twitch. You can support me on Patreon. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel and come along the ride with me. Sorry, I'm just a little tired, so my outro is fucked. Yeah, we'll do the karaoke before we end stream. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. And until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck. Come check me out on Sunday. Tournament Finals, 20 UTC, 4 p.m. on Twitch. I have the chance to defend my title. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Okay.